What is up, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a while since I've posted a video, but I've kind of been in the middle of some few things here, mainly moving. That was the big thing. Bought a house, kind of a construction site now. Kind of been working on the house. Haven't really had a whole lot of time to be tinkering with my normal stuff and making videos, but I'm getting back into, the scheme of things here, making things happen. So, what we are doing today, today, we are working on the coupe. Although I will say, I have been riding this thing a lot because the weather's been great. I've even been letting the wife take it. Still haven't finished the lights. Good Lord, I'm definitely slacking on that thing. It's just too much fun, so you just turn it on and ride it. I mean, it's kind of hard to think about other things until it starts getting dark outside, and then I'm like, oh man, I wish I had lights on this thing, and I wish my taillight worked so cars weren't about to run me over. But as far as the build goes, I have had no issues with this thing, and I know a lot of you are here for this content here, and this is coming, trust me. I'm getting there. I still have a whole another MX350 that's brand new that I haven't even touched yet. You know what I mean? I'm probably gonna either do the same thing I did to the other one or maybe 48 volt mod it or something. I'm not sure. I kind of want to experiment with some of these newer motors that have come out on the market since I kind of built all these, you know what I mean? This one's obviously like right before the EC4P, and it's, not that great. It's just an upgraded Vevor essentially. But it does have bigger phase wires, and you know what I mean? It does the trick, honestly. I don't really want this thing to be any faster. It'll probably do about 45. Once again, videos incoming on that. See, look, I still have my mount for the 12 volt DeWalt battery that I'm gonna run my entire light system off of, because I kind of want to put some like neons on it and do some cool shit. Why not? Uh-oh, somebody's calling me. Anywho, that was the wife. She literally has the craziest stories, but that's for another time. So back to this bullshit. Basically, today we are out with the old crusty s13 subframe that was never come out of this chassis, I'm pretty sure. And we're upgrading. So here we have on s14 subframe that's been freshly powder coated, triple browns. It's looked really nice. It's kind of hard to tell on camera. You can kind of see it there with a little bit of light shining through, because it kind of looks black, which is kind of what I was going for, because, I kind of wanted to do a neon color. But I was kind of talked out of it by a lot of people. Every person that I mentioned it to was like, ew, no, don't do that, because then it'll show all the dirt and this, that, and the other. Just do it black. Just do it black. And I didn't want to just do black. So here we are, triple bronze. It looks pretty cool. And basically what I've decided to do is triple bronze everything else. Not everything, but I'm going to leave the, I basically got a GKtech arm kit, if you haven't been following along here. For everything, but they're black as they come. So, I mean, I'm not going to powder coat them because they're literally brand new, number one, too. It'd just be a waste of money, I feel like. But I will powder coat everything else instead and leave the GKtech arms black, So, like, the spindle over here is going to be done, and the lower control arms will also be triple bronze. So, oh, man. I start every video with so. I don't know why. It's so weird. Anyway. What we're doing here today is trying to get this 350Z diff into an S13 chassis. So in order to do that, you have to use an S14. Well, I mean, there are a few other ways to do this, but the easiest way to do this is to use this S14 subframe with some conversion bushings, which I already had pressed into this subframe before I sent it to powder coat per recommendation of the actual powder coater. You could see why though. I mean, if you try to get these things in on a freshly powder coated subframe, like, you're gonna do damage somewhere. It's not gonna go like you want it to go. And in order to have the cleanest overall outcome, he was right. Pressing the bushings in first was the way to go, which was a little sketch, I'm not gonna lie. Putting this S14 subframe into an S13, obviously they're not the same depth. So basically what they tell you to do is put all the bolt holes that are off center closest to the middle center line. So I kind of just pressed them in blind like that, and we really haven't even test fit it yet. I don't know if I got everything lined up. It almost looks like this one's a little bit twisted or something, and it might fight us a little bit going in there, but we're going to find out. So I figured the easiest thing to do would be just to put this into the actual subframe. That way I can get a jack under this, and I can kind of move the jack around where it needs to go to line up and kind of just jack it up. And we're gonna test fit this. We're gonna dry fit it and just see what happens. Why not? Ultimately, even though I do put it in here, it's going to have to come back out so I can finish everything, and obviously I'm not going to be doing any welding around this freshly powder coated subframe. Almost would have been smarter to leave the stock one in there, but I took it out just because why not get the ball rolling. Might have to do things a little bit differently along the way, but whatever. Tired of looking at that old shit. Plus Jeff needed the cover, so Fun fact, I was you know, hoping on dreams and wishes that 350Z stock cover would actually fit a stock 240 diff housing, like R200, since it's R200 too, but it's technically not. But yeah, it doesn't fit. These bolts actually both lined up. You see I got 2 bolts in there just to hold this cover on there so it's not just open when I store it. But yeah, that was about it. These are way past the holes and none of these line up. Kind of funny though, just so you could see it. Since I feel like I'm jibber jabbering like Taylor A. I'm gonna get to work. Yo. Okay, that took way longer than I thought it was gonna take by myself. But I probably could have done it a couple of different ways too, but I got it in there. Is what it is. So, whew. Now I gotta get the jack up under here and try to lift it up in the hole and see what happens. Let's do it. Fail. Well, of course my camera died, but she is in there. We are sitting pretty good. Now I will say this for the people that are doing this, you know, I'm pretty sure if you check GKtech on the website, it tells you you're gonna have to hammer some things. I can show you exactly where I had to hammer. Right here, I had to hammer. Let me switch my hand so that my finger can point. Like right next to this mounting spot here. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but like right here was touching, had to hammer at like up. The actual main hump as well, this thing was touching, so I had to hammer the actual sheet metal there back quite a bit to make room for the bigger hump. In the back everything actually clears, nothing crazy, but this as well too. This, what is this? Tension, what is this? Traction rod mounting point here up on the top back here. If you can see there, back up in there, I had to clearance a little bit as well with the hammer. But she's in there now, she's bolted up. Came with these little washers, I guess, too, I don't know. I'm not putting none of the factory front stuff on there. I don't really see the point, and it looks crappy, and plus if I ever want to take this thing back out, it's just 4 bolts and the whole thing's dropping, which is pretty much what I'm gonna do after I test fit everything. So yeah, so clearly I have a lot of work to do. This all needs to be like resanded and painted properly, and not only that, but I have to do something with this, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I know I got a bash bar coming to replace this stock crap. This thing does look sweet.